Good evening, Tallahassee, and welcome to FSU weather on this Tuesday night. I'm student meteorologist Brittany Bowman.
And I'm student meteorologist Michael Onnen, and it was really disgusting and cool, almost raw, almost,
yes,
not quite.
Yes, it wasn't too chilly, but it wasn't very warm either, but it was definitely a rainy day for everyone here in Tallahassee.
Good news is tomorrow's actually going to be better. It's going to feel like how it did on Monday and Sunday, so that's at least the positive side.
Yes.
End of the week is a different story, though.
Yeah, beautiful day tomorrow, but we kind of bring back this kind of weather going into the end of the week, but it will bring some different conditions also for this weekend. Yeah,
we have a lot going on across the country right now. Also, we have some severe weather up towards New England happening right now. And then we also have Willa. I knew I was going to make that mistake beforehand. Willa about to make landfall into Mexico, and that's actually going to impact the weather late this week. Yeah, after Willa makes its way across Mexico and more into the U.S., we'll have some more effects here locally. Yeah. But for right now, we do have some rain in the forecast, clearing up tomorrow and more rain back for this weekend. Yeah, at least the Wake Forest game, not the Clemson
really
game, but yeah.
Words today, Michael.
The Clemson game this weekend, it's going to be much cooler than it was for the Clemson game. So that's the positive side about this. Yeah, definitely a positive side. What time is the game this weekend? Do you know what time it is? It's at noon, so not a lot of us are looking forward to it. Okay, so it won't be too hot for one of those noon games, but for now, let's send it over to Melissa with a look at our overview.
Thank you, guys. Speaking of those rain chances that we've been seeing through the day, it's still sticking around. Currently a little drizzle going on in the area. Northeast winds 3 miles per hour. Temperatures in the high 60s at 68 degrees. And as we look at the radar, here's that rain we've been talking about all day. Moving pretty fast through the area. Should clear out by tonight with the help of a kind of weak cold front. As it moves through, it should move all this moisture across the entire area. Should start to move out of the region overnight. Tonight, we can expect mostly cloudy skies as that kind of leaves the area. The winds will be calm at 58 degrees for the low. And the next few days, that cold front's going to clear us up tomorrow, dry us out, leave us with some sunny temperatures, which is great because then we move right back into some more rain through Thursday. The smaller chances, but still sticking around by Friday, that rain. Today we'll be discussing our rain chances that will be ending tonight, the weak cold front that will take care of that, and take a look at our rain chances that will return by Thursday. I'm going to take it over to Brittany for a look at our local.
Thanks, Melissa. Now let's get more in depth. Today we just saw a lot of rain. Like we said before, it wasn't too cool, but it also wasn't too warm. So just kind of a miserable day, kind of napping weather, as what most people like to say. And we're still sitting at some rainy conditions just over the 6 o'clock hour. 68 degrees currently. Winds coming out of the north pretty light at 3 miles per hour. Now here's the cause of that rain. We have this warm front situated in the Gulf of Mexico, bringing a lot of rain to the Gulf Coast. Now this rain will end by tonight because this cold front is going to make its way pretty quickly through the area and dry out our conditions for tomorrow. Zooming in, you'll just see a lot of this rain continuing to move through. We're kind of getting on the edge of that line of light rain, so the rain should be ending within the next couple hours. Taking a look at the Big Bend's temperatures, 68 degrees in Tallahassee, 66 in Quincy, and a little warmer in Bainbridge at 70. They're not seeing that much rain up there right now, so they're getting a little warmer as we go into the night. Looking at the wind speeds, pretty light and variable around the area. We have that warm front down below us and a high pressure situated above us, so the winds are just kind of almost confused at this point. 6 miles per hour in Tallahassee and lighter near St. Mark's at 3 miles per hour. Dew points definitely not as bad as we saw last week. 67 in Tallahassee, 66 in Quincy, but these dew points will drop as that cold front moves in tonight and will bring some drier conditions for tomorrow. But for tonight, 58 degrees, mostly cloudy skies. We'll see those clouds start to clear out and decrease as we go into the morning hours, and that wind will stay pretty calm for us. Going into your day tomorrow, waking up, if you have that 8 a.m., make sure you bring that jacket. We'll wake up to a chilly start around 58 degrees, but make sure you have a t-shirt on under that jacket so you're able to stay cool. By 3 p.m., we'll be at 77 degrees, almost 80, so we'll definitely be feeling warmer tomorrow. And when you look at the forecast, you'll see the rain clear out tonight, and we'll have a decrease in clouds as we go into the night, but we'll see some passing clouds. Waking up tomorrow, beautiful start, and going into the day, just honestly a really beautiful day to go out and get some things done, even though it will be pretty warm. For your 7-day forecast, we'll see that high of 78 on Wednesday, the low of 61. Thursday is when that warm front in the Gulf will kind of come back up and allow some more moisture for Thursday with the possibility of some storms. Friday, that rain's going to linger around, but more likely more of some shower activity with that high of 72 and low of 54. And for game day, we will see some mostly cloudy conditions, but a small chance of rain, possibly getting some rain passing over Doak Campbell Stadium with a 20% chance of rain and a high of 68. So you'll need a rain jacket and you'll need to stay warm because it's going to kind of be similar to today where it was cooler temperatures and rainy conditions. But look at Sunday. What a beautiful day to watch some football, go to the pumpkin patch. High of 72 and mostly sunny skies. Beautiful day. And even going into next week, Monday and Tuesday. Tuesday, that high of 68 degrees and a low of 46. Definitely feeling more like fall once we get into next week and some really beautiful conditions. Let's head it over to Sloan with a look at the southeast.
Luckily for parts of the southeast, they've had some prettier weather today. As you can see here in Pinellas County, you see a lot of sun throughout their day with some cloud cover picking up throughout this afternoon, causing to also have a few showers here and there as well. Temperatures for most of the southeast are sticking to the 60s and 70s for the western and northern part. Where you can see that Dallas is at 71, Little Rock 68, and Atlanta right here at 65. Some cloud cover here and there. And then as we look at the state of Florida, we see a lot of cloud cover throughout the state. A few showers such as in Jacksonville and Tallahassee. While as we go to South Florida, there's still almost a bit summertime with those warmer temperatures in the 80s. Dew points out west are a bit drier in the 40s and 50s for a lot of the region. You can see that moisture though pick back up as we go east towards Florida and Charleston in the 60s and 70s, so causing us to be a bit muggier, explaining a lot of reasons why we have a few showers across the peninsula as well. Winds are a bit confused, as Brittany was saying, for some of the region. We have a lot of winds going into the Gulf for Shreveport and New Orleans, while as we go east again, we have some winds coming onshore from the Atlantic throughout the state of Florida, but also a lot of winds in the Atlanta and Montgomery region pushing off into the south. Again, we have this low pressure system and causing this warm front right here, and this cold front that's going to push down through our region going into tomorrow, which is causing this low and warm front right here to push down a bit, causing us to have a bit drier weather. And then again, that moisture to come back into the region, have us have these showers again going into Thursday. Dallas, south of Dallas in San Angelo and Austin, Texas area, we have a flash flood watch in effect until tomorrow at 8 p.m. They've been experiencing a lot of rain these past few weeks. So again, if you're in these areas, beware of rising waters and take precautionary measures as well. We can also see that we have a lot of cloud cover throughout the area going into tonight. A lot of the showers dissipating for the most part, especially in Florida. You see a few coastal showers right here behind me, but the biggest story is this moisture coming onshore across the state of Texas and bringing these clouds into our region beginning Thursday morning, Thursday afternoon a bit. Tonight's forecast, you can expect it to be cool throughout the state. We do have some showers here in New Orleans and Houston. Cloud cover for the rest of the region. You see it is a bit chilly up there in Tupelo and Little Rock in the 40s, and then in the 60s for southern Texas. And as we go east, we see the low sticking to the 60s and 70s for Florida, which is typical for us for this time of year. And then some rain there in Jacksonville going tonight and Tallahassee, but cloud cover around. Going into tomorrow, it's another beautiful day for much of the southeast, as we see a few showers there in Texas, but Mississippi sticking a bit sunnier, and as well as Alabama and Georgia, while the rain is expected to linger in our region into tonight, but clearing up tomorrow. I'm passing it off to Melissa and Michael at the desk.
Yeah, thanks, Salone. So at the beginning of the show, we were talking about we have some severe weather right now going on in New England. Ooh. It's all due to a low pressure system right now located in southern Ottawa and southern Ontario.
Didn't I hear something about potential tornadoes and waterspouts that formed?
Yeah, we had a tornado warning earlier in Pawtucket, Rhode Island, which is in eastern Rhode Island, and that also there was also a possible waterspout spotted in Cape Cod.
I wonder if anybody saw that. That would have been. I wonder if that's usual for the area. Exciting if they did.
Yeah, usually severe weather is not really common around this time of year in New England. It's more like a late summer kind of thing. But it's all because of that low pressure system, which is actually going to be very interesting as it goes into Vermont and Maine. We're expecting snow to develop into to tonight and tomorrow. The first major snowstorm of the year up there.
Okay, so maybe some after the event moves through, maybe some snowmen popping up. Maybe bring us some cooler weathers for this pumpkin spice lattes.
Yeah, we do have enough snow right up there in Maine, 1 to 3 inches for most of Maine, and into Vermont with 3 to 6 inches in northern Maine. And so as a result, they have a winter weather advisory for most of the region with the winter storm warning in northern Maine until Thursday.
So winter great jacket advisory is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yay, all right.
And all of us here are kind of worried about the snow up in Maine because we're forecasting for Caribou this week for a weather challenge, the national competition up there. So all of us are interested in the forecast up in northern Maine this week.
Investigate those numbers.
Yeah, but for now, I'm going to actually take it off toward the national picture as we get our graphics updated there. We can move it to the current temperatures across the U.S. right now. Let's start with the dew points. Actually, can we? Yeah, let's start with the dew points, or we can go back to the temperatures. And you can see that's pretty nice for the most part of the country, going 71 here in Dallas, 64 out towards Kansas City, a little bit cooler out towards the southern southeast, 65 in Atlanta and 68 in Tallahassee. Warm down towards Miami with 81 degrees. Dew points, we have a lot of dry air out towards the northern part of the country. We still have this trough in place across the eastern two-thirds of the country with very dry dew points in Minneapolis and Kansas City with 28 and 32 degrees respectively. A little bit moisture across the southern part of the U.S., especially across the northern Gulf Coast. That's all due to that warm front located across the northern Gulf of Mexico. As you can see by our water vapor in the upper levels of the atmosphere here, a lot of moisture down towards the southern U.S. due to that warm front in the Gulf of Mexico. We also have moisture ahead of what is right now Hurricane Willa, about to make landfall in western Mexico, and that is going to play a role as we go into the later part of the week, into the weekend for a lot of the southern tier and the eastern tier of the U.S. Again, we have this cold front situated in the center part of the country. Not much moisture because you saw the dry dew points and also northerly winds due to high pressure not giving a lot of lift with this cold front. The warm front giving some moisture out towards the Gulf Coast, and then also some moisture out towards the southwest, which is the outer fringes of Willa, which is really going to impact the Gulf Coast and the eastern coast as we go into the later part of the week and into the weekend. Now, the rain across the northern Gulf Coast right now is due to this warm front, again with the low pressure system just located off southeastern Texas. And this is really going to be limited as this cold front moves through and limits the moisture in the northern Gulf Coast going into tomorrow and into the early part of Thursday. Now, we do have a flash flood watch and a flash flood warning out towards the Austin and San Antonio region. This is ahead of the remnants of Willa and that frontal system you saw in the desert southwest. That's going to really enhance the rainfall and really enhance the flooding concerns out towards central and southern Texas going into tomorrow and into Thursday. Up towards the north, we were just talking about the system causing some severe weather in southern New England, in the Boston metro region, and in the Providence region. And this is going to give some snow up towards Vermont and Maine going into tomorrow. So we have winter weather advisories and winter storm warnings up there. Until Thursday, early Thursday morning, 3 to 6 inches of snow in the winter storm warning with 1 to 3 in the winter weather advisory. And then finally down towards the southwest, that's the beginning stages of this low pressure system that will develop in the Gulf of Mexico and become a nor'easter. We're going to get into that in our desk in just a few minutes. The storm outlook shows we do have some thunderstorms with that low pressure system developing in the Gulf. And then going into tomorrow's forecast, you can see warmer air ahead of that low pressure system due to the southerly winds ahead of that low pressure system. Now we'll go into the second local forecast with Salone.
Michael, we have an issue with the graphics here, but it's not been a beautiful day in Tallahassee. As Michael and I have been saying, we do have this cold front moving through the area with this warm front in the southern portion of the states in the Gulf, which is bringing this moisture onshore for a lot of our region currently. That's why we've had a lot of rain showers, especially right now. We've had light showers going into this afternoon, with a lot more rolling through these next few hours. But again, as Brittany said, expect them to dissipate later tonight. And then currently we have this temperature of 68 degrees, light rain throughout the area, light winds at about 3 miles per hour. Again, not a beautiful start to our day, not a beautiful day. Temperatures throughout the Big Bend region are sticking to the high 60s and low 70s, with the warmest being about Perry at 71. We still don't have data for Apalachicola, but Thomasville, Quincy, Tallahassee, Valdosta sticking to those higher 60s. Wind speeds are confused, as we've mentioned earlier. Not a lot happening currently with them. They're very light winds, so not causing any disturbances in our area. Lower dew points in our region this time of year, which is typical, keeping us cooler again this time of year, not as muggy as we have been outside. And then tonight you can expect mostly cloudy conditions, a low of 60 degrees, and rain showers going into about 10 o'clock tonight. Waking up tomorrow, chilly start, especially for that 8 a.m. class, 58 degrees at noon, heating up to about 72, then by 3 o'clock reaching the high of about 77 degrees. It's going to be a beautiful day tomorrow, so if you are going to be outside and you do like those cooler temperatures, make sure you're out early in the morning or later tomorrow night. Looking at the marine forecast, we see 78 at the beach tomorrow. Light chop, mostly sunny, so make sure you have that sunscreen on hand. Going into the next 24 hours, you see it does clear up around tonight. A few clouds lingering here and there, especially in Thomasville and Bainbridge. Going into tomorrow morning, clouds again dissipating, moving throughout the area. Maybe some cloud cover there in Quincy and north of Tallahassee. Into tomorrow afternoon, it clears up, causing us to have that beautiful day tomorrow afternoon. So again, tomorrow's the best day to be outside. Going throughout the week, we see those rain chances increasing to 90%. So that's the day you have to have that umbrella on you or your rain jacket. And rain chances decreasing into the weekend, causing it to be a beautiful day on Sunday into next week, with those highs sticking around the 70s and lows in the 60s and mid-50s. While we've had some beautiful weather here in Tallahassee, parts of Texas aren't so lucky. As again, as Michael's been saying, parts of Willa are starting to affect those areas, especially central Texas, right around the Rio Grandes as well.
Yeah, and you saw on our forecast Wednesday, Thursday into Friday, that's what is really going to impact us, and we're going to get into that right now.
Yeah.
Well, with the remnants of Willa, right now it's making landfall in western Mexico as a Category 3 hurricane, but its afterlife, as we say, is going to be very interesting.
Yep. The first state that should be affected will be Texas, where they've already been experiencing a lot of flooding since August. A lot of rivers are already in flood stage, and I believe this week the Rio Grande is expected to be affected.
Yeah, they got a lot of rain last week, and they're going to get more rain as we head into tomorrow. That's why we already have the flash flood watches up for San Antonio and the Austin region down there, because the ground's already saturated.
Yeah.
Yeah, the remnants of Willa will form a low pressure system in the western Gulf, and that's going to just make its way through the Gulf as we go into the later part of this week. And that's going to give us rain as we head into Thursday, into Friday, and for a lot of the southeast.
We have that 90% chance of rain again on Thursday, so that's the day you have to have an umbrella or something on you, or maybe drive to campus that day, with rain chances decreasing throughout the weekend as the system begins to move out of our area, which opens up for a really nice week next week though. But unfortunately, parts of the Northeast will get those winter weather advisories, as you've mentioned as well.
Yeah, it's also going to be interesting as it goes up towards the Atlantic. It's going to give some very disgusting weather up towards my hometown, Atlanta. Results in the wedge, not the interesting wedge, the boring North Georgia wedge, which will give cool and disgusting conditions up there. And then it will really strengthen into a nor'easter as we head into the weekend, giving coastal rain and interior snow in the higher elevations up towards the northeast. So very interesting forecast the next few days up for a lot of the eastern two-thirds of the country. But for now, I'm going to take it out back to the wall where we're going to show what's happening out towards Key West. Very nice, warm conditions out there. A few clouds up here and there out towards Key West, but very nice day out towards southern Florida and Miami and in the Keys mainly, and a very nice sunset in progress down towards Key West. Now temperatures across most of Florida, it's very cool across the Panhandle. That's because of all the clouds and rain we've been experiencing here today, with only 70 in Pensacola, 68 in Tallahassee, where we've got more sunshine and less rain and cloud cover. It's much warmer. 80 in Tampa, 81 in West Palm Beach, and 81 down towards Miami. And it's actually cooler than it was this time last week, big time. Now the winds, we do have some northerly winds in the Panhandle with 10 miles per hour in Pensacola and 7 miles per hour. And then a little bit of the sea breeze still relevant down towards southern Florida with 7 in West Palm Beach and 5 miles per hour in Fort Myers. Now dew points, they're lower than this time last week, but still a little bit muggy outside, especially up towards Jacksonville with the dew point of 70 degrees. The dew point is very close to the air temperature out towards the Panhandle. That's because it's raining and very gloomy outside. And a little bit lower down towards the west coast of Florida with 64 in Tampa and 64 in Fort Myers. Again, the main story for the state of Florida is this warm front been giving a lot of rain for the northern Gulf Coast in New Orleans, Biloxi, Mobile, and us here in Tallahassee. Most of that moisture is going to be suppressed for tomorrow because of this cold front moving through very quickly, very quick clipper system for a lot of the east. And then we'll get another low pressure system developing in the Gulf going into tomorrow and into Thursday. Again, that's the rain in the Panhandle due to the warm front in the northern Gulf. For tonight's forecast, the rain will subside early. Don't go with that sky icon literally, because it's going to be rain earlier in the evening out towards Tallahassee, Jacksonville, and Gainesville, with temperatures in the low 60s and then upper and around 70 degrees out towards Tampa, Orlando, and West Palm Beach in southern Florida. And then for your forecast for the next few hours, you can see the clouds subsiding out towards the Panhandle with some cloud cover out towards the I-4 and I-75 corridor. And then much better conditions across the Panhandle going into your Wednesday with some showers across the first coast of Florida up towards St. Augustine and into Orlando as well. Now tomorrow's forecast out towards southern Florida, you can see 86 in Miami, 85 in Homestead, and 88 in Naples. Now we're going to send it off to Melissa with the final look at our local forecast.
Awesome. Thank you, Michael. So checking out our locals for the area, we have current temperatures are about 68, still feeling really good for the end of your school day. And a look at the actual current conditions, cloud coverage, a little bit of rain sticking in. This is the rain that's going to move out through the night, thankfully, leaving us clearer conditions by tomorrow morning. Currently still cloudy and rainy though. And 68 degrees, like I said, there's that rain, winds out of the northeast at 3 miles per hour. And the current temperatures, a comfortable 68, 66 in Quincy and Tallahassee. Those directions in the wind, as we've been pointing out, little confusions in the direction, but calm at 6 miles per hour in Tallahassee, 3 miles per hour in Quincy. And the dew points lower, but as our air temperature has creeped closer to those temperatures, it's brought us the rain and the muggy feeling. Big picture, here's that cold front that's going to clear us up for tomorrow, push all this rain out of our area. And then moving into Thursday, we'll actually see some of that moisture come back up into the area and bring more rain. Through tonight, though, it's going to be clear, thankfully, and we will get to wake up to even clearer sunny conditions come morning time. Tonight, that temperature is going to reach 60 degrees, keeping the clouds early and the rain, mostly cloudy through the evening with the rain moving out, and our winds will remain calm. Tomorrow morning, if you did not get to do your daily run today and you're a jogger due to the rain, expect that run tomorrow morning with some clear skies, maybe some sunshine, absolutely some sunshine. Cool temperatures at 58, warming up to 72 by noon, and by 3 p.m. a nice warmer 77 degrees. If you're going to be near the water, out near the Gulf Coast, it's going to be 78 degrees and mostly sunny with winds 15 knots from the northeast, 2 to 3 feet light chop. And like I said, mostly sunny, so take advantage of that before that rain moves back in by Friday. Our forecast through tonight, you can see that rain move out of the area. By early morning, it is gone, and by the morning time, you're waking up to some sunshine and chilly temperatures. So, and by the afternoon, that sunshine sticks around, and it maintains a little bit warmer by the afternoon because of all that sunshine. That cold front's going to push the moisture out of the area for clear skies by tomorrow. And then you can expect to break out your umbrellas and raincoats by Thursday, as there's a warm front in the Gulf that'll push more moisture up into the area. By Friday and Saturday, the rain chances decrease but stick around a little bit, and our temperatures will cool down to the high 60s, low 50s for the evenings, and really, really clear weekend that we have to look forward to. Now I'm going to take it to the desk to wrap up with Brittany and Sloan.
Thanks, Melissa. Now, the day I think we're all looking at is this Saturday for the big game against Clemson. Ranked number 2, playing Florida State that is unranked, but we do have that 20% chance of rain. And while we may not see too many clouds, we might see the sun peek out. That high is only getting to 68 degrees.
Unfortunately, it will be one of those cold, rainy days here in Tallahassee, and even on Thursday as well, as we have that 90% chance of showers. But this week is a beautiful week still to go out and do something, since the temperatures are so nice and we haven't been this cool in a very long time, as we've been mentioning throughout the past week and a half now. Tonight, for example, as that rain rolls out of our area, Relay for Life is having their Illuminari ceremony to recognize those who have fought or are fighting cancer currently.
So the temperature will probably be in the upper 60s, getting down to the mid 60s for tonight if you're attending that. But anything else going on this weekend?
This weekend, not that I know of. It's a pretty nice weekend, but going into tomorrow when we have that really nice day, that break in the showers this week, we have our birthday party on Landis for Relay for Life as well, which is a huge festival. A lot of food there, especially if you want food on Landis. It's such a great way to go out and do something with your day, especially if you don't have classes during the hours about like 11 to 3. It's around lunchtime too. Perfect timing for that. But on Sunday, it's a beautiful day, as Brittany mentioned earlier, to go to a pumpkin patch. It's going to be a beautiful week next week. It's our first real taste of fall on a sunny day, so I think that's a great idea.
Sunday, I think I'll take my dog to the dog park. It's beautiful weather for the both of us, not too hot for our furry friends, and also not too hot for myself. So that looks like a perfect day to get outside. Don't have any tests to worry about next week. Don't have work to worry about on Sunday, so I'm excited for Sunday.
That's
got to get past the rain.
The most perfect day to go for a run as well, especially in Cascades where it's beautiful, or to do your homework outside. Take advantage of going to school in Florida. It's beautiful outside here in Tallahassee. You get the best of both worlds, summer and fall. But make sure to follow us on Twitter at FSU Weather.
Also, like us on Facebook, facebook.com/FSU Weather.
And watch us live on YouTube or previous videos at FSU Weather.
And we're also on Instagram. You can follow us at FSU Weather. Send us your pictures as always of anything weather related, but we also accept dog pictures.
We always accept dog pictures, especially of Louie. Brittany?
Well, keep updated with FSU Weather. We do have a nice day tomorrow, but we'll get into that rain later in the week. But for all of us here at FSU Weather, I'm student meteorologist Brittany Bowman.
And I'm student meteorologist Sloan Haynes. Have a great night.